Hello, guys. I hope you all are doing good today. It's match day, Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. The EPL is back, and the EPL returned on Friday night with the defending champion, Liverpool, taking on Bournemouth and at Anfield. And Liverpool went on to defeat Bournemouth by 4 goals to 2. The 16th of August, couple of matches went down with some of the big boys in action. Manchester City went to Wolverhampton Wanderers to defeat Wolves by 4 goals to 0. Tottenham were at home at White Hart Lane to defeating Burnley by 3 goals to 0. Brighton and Hove Albion and Fulham play a 1-1 draw, and Sunderland defeat West Ham 3-0. So those are the results of matches that went down over the weekend from Friday night to Saturday morning. In this video, I'll be bringing you the match preview between Chelsea and Crystal Palace. Chelsea is going into this game with a momentum of a Champions League spot from last season, Conference League winner, and the Club World Cup victories which they have had. And Crystal Palace also will be coming into this game as FA Cup winner of last season and the Community Shield winner. That is talking about the cutting razor. They defeated Liverpool on penalty kicks. Enzo Maresca had his press conference on Friday prior to this match that will be taking place today. And he was asked a couple of questions. He was asked about players' availability, and the only player that is sidelined is Levi Colwill that actually picked up an ACL injury and will be out for the major part of the season, if not completely out of the season. And also Badia Schiller, who is also still trying to get out of his injury. And he was also asked about Fofana, and he said Fofana might be available, but probably he will not be fit for the game. So, in my opinion, in this match preview, I would take it to be that Levi Colwill is absent through ACL, Badia Schiller still recovering from injury, and Wesley Fofana will also not be available for selection. And also, if we look at Crystal Palace on the other hand, we watched the first competitive game Crystal Palace played, which was the FA Cup Community Shield against Liverpool. In goal, they have Anderson. That Anderson did a very good job for Crystal Palace. That's not taking away the fact he's a good goalkeeper. And we also have their attacking prowess, talking about Eberechi Eze, who have been in the eyes of the transfer. So we'll wait to see if Eberechi Eze will be selected to be part of Crystal Palace squad. But so far, as at the time of this video recording, nothing strong and tangible about the transfer. But it was stated in the report that Eberechi Eze is keen on a move to Tottenham Hotspur if a fee is agreed between clubs. So we'll wait to see how that play out in the coming days. Now, one interesting thing about Chelsea versus Crystal Palace game, as it has always been a one-sided game. Chelsea have always been on top, and Crystal Palace have always been playing the underdogs. I mean, record shows that in the last 15 Premier League meetings between Chelsea and Crystal Palace, Chelsea have won 13 and lost just 2. Chelsea have not lost to Crystal Palace at Stamford Bridge, and that is a plus going into this game. So the record on this definitely favors Chelsea. So we're going to see how that will play out. And Enzo Maresca was also asked a couple of players if they actually still want a centre back. I think in his response, what Enzo Maresca simply wants that he needs a central back player, and he went on to give some couple of examples. The last time he used Wesley Fofana as a central position, it was a mess against Bournemouth, and also Tosin Adarabioyo. Sorry, not Tosin Adarabioyo. Talking about Badia Schiller, he used Badia Schiller in a central position against Real Betis in the Conference League final. And at first half, we were 1-0 down. And he substituted him and brought in Levi Colwill. And we went on to beat Real Betis by 4 goals to 1. So, Enzo Maresca is still in their need of a central position. And currently, he said it in his press conference. So far, the only person we have that is very good in that position is Tosin Adarabioyo, and we actually saw Tosin stamp his authority in the Club World Cup final against Paris Saint-Germain, and also in the brief preseason friendly we played against AC Milan on a Sunday. So, and we saw Tosin in that central position. Talking about now, what he is trying to explain about the central position is if Chelsea is going forward in an attacking mood, you know the 4 defense line will definitely become 3. So we'll have Rhys James at the right back, Tosin will be at the central position, and Chalobah will be at the left-hand side. Because as at that time, with that dynamic play, with that attacking play of Chelsea, Marc Cucurella already have joined the attacking line of play. So talking about that central defensive position, Enzo Maresca definitely still need a player in that position, and he stated it in the media. So let's see the actions the club is going to take with that regarding that effect. He was asked also about Nicholas Jackson if he will be available, and Enzo Maresca went on to say, so far you know the situation. Nicholas Jackson is training with the team, but he will not be part of the selection for the squad. He was also asked about the left wing, and Enzo Maresca is very tactical and in giving response. And he said in the left wing, we have Jamie Gittins and Tyreek George. And you can also see that someone is still needed there. And Fabrizio Romano went on to say in one of his reports, he said Enzo Maresca still need a player in the left wing forward. And that player is no other than Alejandro Garnacho. So that was Enzo Maresca's response in his press conference on Friday. So having said that, going into this match preview, this will be my predicted 11 against Crystal Palace going into today's encounter. In goal, I'll take no other than Robert Sanchez. The 4 defense line, the 4 defensive player, I will go with the left back will be Marc Cucurella. The 2 center backs will be Trevor Chalobah and Tosin Adarabioyo. And the right back will be Rhys James. Talking about Trevor Chalobah, in the last friendly match against AC Milan, actually have a hit, but nothing serious. So the manager confirmed that Trevor Chalobah is available for selection against Crystal Palace. Now, the 2 midfield pivots, I will go with Enzo Fernandez and Moses Caicedo. While the attacking midfield trio, I will go with Jimmy Gittins at the left. At the center will be Cole Palmer. And in the right will be Pedro Neto. And up front, none other than Joao Pedro. Now, this is just the same 11 that Enzo Maresca picked in the first half against AC Milan. And in the preview prior to that match against AC Milan, in the brief preseason we had, I actually said it. I said whichever starting 11 Enzo Maresca make in the first half of that game, because definitely we know that players were definitely going to be substituted, were going to be changed. I said that would be the starting 11 against Crystal Palace. And the players came into the pitch bustling with full confidence, fully fit. I mean, the connection of play between those players were awesome. And in one of those connectivity we talked about was the Pedro's goal when Pedro Neto swinged in a left-footed cross that actually got Joao Pedro with a strong header into the net in one of the goals that was scored in that game. So we actually saw some link-up of play with the players, despite having a brief preseason, but the connection, the connectivity among the players was awesome. So I will go with the same starting 11 against Crystal Palace. So what will be your score prediction between Chelsea and Crystal Palace? Put it in the comment section. Chelsea go into this game having all the odds in their favor, and I strongly believe being in the bridge and with some of the confident booster those players have actually had, they are coming in full confident, knowing fully well that yes, we have the Champions League to play for. We are the world champion and we were the winner of the Conference League. So Chelsea have had this confidence going into the game. And a couple of days ago, the players were fully boosted by the club when the club allocated £11.4 million for the players to be shared equally. I think that motivation was awesome. It came just at the time the players also needed it going into the EPL season, fully prepared, fully confident, despite having a brief preseason stint. So, what will be your score prediction? Let's have it in the comment section. On my side, my prediction is not based on being a Chelsea fan or what. Going into this game, I am not taking anything away from Crystal Palace. I mean, in recent times, we have seen how good they have been. FA Cup champion, Community Shield winner. So they are coming into this game also fully prepared with lots of confidence. But I reckon a win for Chelsea. And my score prediction will be Chelsea 2, Crystal Palace 1. Thank you very much for watching and catch you in the next video. Bye.